Hey guys, good morning. It's Remo. Today is day 18, episode 6 of Rehabbing the Concourse. Come inside, check out all the progress that has happened over the last couple days. All right, so we're here in the living room and it looks a lot whiter. And the reason is all the orange peel texture has gone in most of the house. So it looks a lot cleaner and very soon it'll be ready to get primered. So as here you could tell with the windows, you could see the orange peel, all the windows are covered, and it's a lot cheaper to texture a house when there's nothing inside of it because they could just do whatever it is that they want. When you actually have stuff inside, it's very messy, and so it gets a lot more expensive because you got to do a lot more covering up. Also, all the ducts now are officially closed, so you could see them. The actual duct are around. Before they had just cut the holes. So one thing we didn't mention in the last couple of videos is now this hole where the fire was at was completely covered up. They initially covered it, they removed it to allow access underneath the house because there's very limited access around the house. So this served as a big hole that they could get in and out. So now that the house, there's no more really going underneath, plumbing, air conditioning's all done, this got closed up. So happy because this is no longer a trip hazard. So let's check out the kitchen. All right, so we're here in the kitchen. You could tell there's a lot of black still in here. This will probably be one of the last rooms that gets clean. Now, to get this stuff clean, they tried a handful of different things. What ended up working the best was some simple green, actually finding it on YouTube. So that was done in the other rooms, but just the kitchen needed a lot more love and attention. And so they just wanted to make a big dent in the house. And so this needing the most cleaning, they decided just, leave this for last. So the hole for the old heater is completely closed. And so that's now ready to get cleaned. So this room is now completely sealed. I know the air conditioner is behind Eric, so we were able to get that closed up. So completely sealed now. Let's check out the bedrooms. So this bedroom has been also orange peeled. Now you could tell the drywaller, very meticulous. He started marking all the places that he needs to replace. So there's here, there's a couple on this side wall here, and there's a couple big ones here. So that will come back and actually get that all nice and cleaned up. And so he actually goes back and corrects his own work, which is something that's really neat. So good drywaller. We're here now at the panel, and I think I haven't ranted at all for this all these episodes, but today is definitely the day. On Tuesday, we had an inspection to get the power turned back on. And so our first inspection signed off rough, plumbing and electrical, everything was fine. Then we get this inspector. Originally, they were supposed to come from 9 to 12. I called 12:30. They said, no, you're on the afternoon shift. Fine. From 12 to 4. It was 95 degrees out all day. I was standing outside waiting for them. 3:50 they get here and they completely, in my world, pick out at the littlest things that just, at the end of the day, just was I don't think was fair. So one of them is the ground rod that comes from here, goes to the front hose bib, and then goes to another rod. They asked that it's actually put in an armor cable, which is fine, but they didn't want to turn on the power for that reason until it's properly grounded. Now this house, again, used to be a homeless encampment. There was at any point 15 homeless people living in here using drugs. I mean, it was a nuisance. All the neighbors hated it. They kept calling the cops. It was vacant for 4 years, and it was, it was just a mess. And so for an investor to come in the area, buy a property like this, then end up rehabbing it, bring contractors, spending money, pulling permits, the contractors go eat at the local places, buy at the local hardware place, and to stop, production because a wire wasn't grounded was just absolutely frustrating. And I hope this video makes it out to the appropriate people at the county because there's big picture in this and all of this, and the ground cable, as much as it might be important, at the end of the day, it's something that they could have pushed off for the next inspection. So anyways, that's my rant for today. Something that really frustrated me earlier this week, but I had to express it. So we're in the downstairs bathroom, and already all drywalled. They're already starting the mud. So the bottom level is the green drywall that helps for mold and mildew growing. So it's a little bit better against water. And in the bathtub area, you see what's called the hardy back. So this is what the tile will go on. This is also a mold resistant. That's more of a cement board. So that's all completely done. The tub is already set in there. The drain's already set in. And this is something that was called in the last inspection, but you'll see these rarely at houses because most people tuck them away. That is what's called a conjunction box. So some wires jump to wires, and so they're attached there so they can go to the next spot. So the inspector asked that that be exposed, and we put a plate on it just in case something happens, that no one nails something there and nails into a box that doesn't know it's electrical, which is fine. So that was pulled down, and so that needed to be worked, but that's all nice and pretty now. But this bathroom, I would say by next video would be completely, actually this is not gonna be texture, this is gonna be more smooth finish, because the texture sometimes, the moisture sticks in the little texture, so. All right, bedroom number 2. Again, the windows are covered. This room got textured. Now this room is probably one of the closest that's ready to be painted. It looks like it's almost completely done. In the past, you saw the old colorful graffiti that we had there, actually in the other room that we were just at as well, but that's all covered up now. The soffit looks really nice, looks very clean. It just kind of blends in with the wall, looks like it's always been there. So this room would be ready to get painted when the whole house is, so which is really exciting because it's starting to look like a home now. All right, let's go upstairs. All right, so we're in bedroom number 3. Again, the slider was in, I believe that was in last episode. This is all, again, orange peeled. The soffits look really nice, completely tucked away, and you still get a good sized closet. So they're probably gonna put the rack maybe here. It's really towards the front, and maybe a second one. Actually, I don't know what we're gonna do, but something will get done to make it look really nice. Bathroom number 2. They just started here, so nothing really to report other than some of the drywalls are already in. Now you could tell this is what was happening downstairs that they told us to adjust. So that box right there will come where it could be exposed to the exterior just in case someone needs to access it. All right, so bedroom number 4, the last bedroom. We're still waiting on the window to come in, so that hasn't come in, and they started building the last soffit. So they had to bring the closet out a little bit smaller, and it'll have some sort of wall to cover this up, so no one puts a shoe in it or something, and all of a sudden you have air coming out of the wrong place. So this room, really nothing much. And this is also one of the last dirty rooms, so you could see that it's not textured yet. It's still the original. So we're here in the hallway of upstairs, and it's where the attic access is. And so this is where a lot of the work that was done that was not sexy, but is really important, especially to the inspectors. So some of that work was making sure all the cables that were around for the lighting get properly stapled. Everything all wiring goes into a box. So that's all been done. And all the duct work is actually ran. Last time, again, they just cut the holes. This time, all the duct work in there, you'll be able to see. And they also ran the line set, which feeds the AC, and that will show you when we go to the courtyard outside. So they spent here, I would say a couple days, and it's usually early in the morning till about 11, because from 12 on in this 100-degree weather, it cooks in there. So that's, I believe, completely done. So we're ready to start wrapping it up as soon as we pass that inspection. So we brought you out to the front because we want to show you what's going on. So as you could tell, there's a table, there's a shelf with some articles of clothes of people that don't live here. So we got to make sure all this stuff that's left here gets thrown away pretty quickly, so they know that it's not okay to leave stuff here. So this kind of worries me because they bring a couple things and all of a sudden there's a lot of things, and now they're inside the house. So all this will get thrown away today. So let's go to the courtyard and finish off the day there. All right, so we're here at the courtyard, and one thing we haven't showed the last 5 episodes is the laundry rooms. And I say laundry rooms because all that we've been talking about is the front house. There's actually a back apartment to this as well. So each of them have their own laundry room. Part of the agreement that we did with the county is that they approved the plans, but since there was no record or permit of this structure, that it would be demolished. But that wasn't going to be the case. We actually brought the architect over the last couple of days. He took measurements, and the goal is to actually legalize this. So this serves as 2 laundry rooms. This one for the front house, that one that has access on that side for the back house. So the goal is to get this legalized in the next couple episodes, so we don't have to knock it down. So that completes the day today. Thanks for watching episode 6, day 18 of Rehabbing The Concourse. Stay tuned for our next episode.